Today, I am in my clitoris. How often do you get to say that? It's the best. And I have close friends that, we speak this language. It's like, oh, today I'm all up in my clit today. So being in that moon center, what does that mean? It's in a sovereign state. It's feeling fun-loving and silly and, chatty and talkative and just wanting to be silly. And I know that, for me, like being in this moon center, I like today, I was like, oh, I'm dressing in like my 90s vibes today. Like I got my 90s vibes going. I was like, yep, I get to put on my little tie dye. I got my cozy, like awesome leg warmers on. They're so cozy. And just feeling like, I'm 16 again. Now, the funny thing is, 16 is definitely a time, well, at least for me in a girl's life, where, if that goes sideways, you can feel like cliquish. And as a woman, I mean, I know we've all experienced that. Whatever side of the coin you were on, you've experienced either being ostracized from a clique or you were the clique facilitator. And it's something so familiar to us because really what it comes down to is a need to fit in. And that's something we all experience, men. I mean, if you're human, you experience this, it's normal. So, what does this look like in terms of your hormones? So, I know that again, like I can start to maneuver in a way that's really sophisticated. I recognize what moon center I'm in, and I also recognize that it is a beautiful full moon. And I'll talk a little bit about kind of starting to use the phases of the moon as extra power. And so when I have my spark plug, which for me again, I'm just going to talk about criticism as my spark plug, as my "Ooh, okay, I feel threatened. I have the sensation in my body. I'm excited. It feels unpleasant. Now I'm in my clit. So if I'm feeling sovereign, then I can maintain this kind of light, fun loving spirit about it. I can pull in the levity, or I can feel that kind of criticism come in, and I can go into that like I wanna try to do something so that I fit in, even if it's damaging to myself or others. Right. And so that's kind of okay. You really start to see things before they happen, and you have this like beautiful, this is quantum physiology, because you have this beautiful vertical lift from time and space, and you can actually see the energy that's available, and you can decide in that moment with total sovereignty how to use that for your benefit. You can wield what's there. You're not changing the event. Somebody may criticize you, somebody may judge you, somebody may attack you, something may happen, and that can't be controlled. But in that split second, you're able to kind of see around the bend of time and go, I'm in my clit. Okay. What's happening in my body right now? I'm feeling really like, ooh, like tight, like contracted. This isn't good. I'm certainly a little bit in a emotional state, and that reaction is going to look like me reacting in some sort of clicky way that probably won't serve me and is going to deplete me of additional energy. Whereas you can go, okay, I know that if I'm feeling tight and contracted, I can swing this into a state of sovereignty by seeing the levity here. How can I see the humor in this? So, an example, I know that I was experiencing this around my dear sister, who's, a great gift to me in terms of relationships. And I have the opportunity to go look at some apartments. I'm here in New York, and my daughter and I are requiring and desiring um, looking at some new space. It's really exciting for us. It's a great opportunity. So, my real estate agent invited us to come look at a couple of apartments today, and my sister was inquiring about it. And it was, in my perception, it was a feeling of being interrogated, being judged. It was, the questions were very harsh. I felt totally criticized. Why are you doing that? What do you think? Better to, and I was like, wow, okay. I could see that my hormones right now are probably not in an ideal state of balance, because the hormones kind of responsible here are really like estrogen. Estrogen allows you to kind of feel this like more fun loving, more open energy. It's like, okay, interesting. I'm not feeling that. I feel attacked, and I notice I'm wanting to go into a state of you know, okay, I want to just like yap my head off about every last detail of all these apartments that I'm being showed today, in some sort of a justification, like nervous energy to kind of prove that, like, what I'm doing is good in her eyes. Like, I got to fit in with her. So that's what started to come up. And when I noticed, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Um, in a sovereign state, what would I choose? And it would be literally just to lighten up. Like, who gives a fuck? I want this. This is my life in my inner sovereignty. This is what I am choosing. And it feels awesome. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna move into that. So in that moment, I was able to see it. And then I took a deep breath, and I went and made myself the most delightful almond milk mocha. So I got some good, delicious, hot, chocolatey almond goodness, all to help me boost my estrogen levels, and just took some time to really reflect on the expansiveness of the full moon, which again can allow me to have an uptick in my estrogen levels. I am feeling more expansive. I am directing my cells toward opening, toward receptivity, seeing what's there, allowing me to lighten up and just feel that abundance, feel that love for myself. And then the next choice I made was, I would like to feel supported. So, how can I give myself that support? And it was just simply like, I'm going to create my own little Diane clique. Diane, you're cool. Diane, you got this. This is awesome. You're so excited. This is going to be such a great adventurous move for you and your daughter. And this is what you want, is this life of unconventional adventure, and you get to have it. And that is the alchemy. And you always have this power. Understanding your lunar centers gives you a deeper insight into it. It's so esoteric and cool. So those are some of the tools I used, because I know, okay, estrogen. And if you are desiring, more of an in-depth picture of some of these tools, I will be doing an additional course on the hormones that are kind of being secreted, the amino acids that are responsible. So you can really start to layer in some nutritional practices that serve you, some movement practices that serve you. And it really is all about you. I'm just offering these details up so that you can start to see how to maneuver with them. And of course, when you are in a lunar center during a powerful moon phase like a full moon, you can really magnify your energy. So, like today, I get to be in total joy codes. Like, oh my gosh. I'm just feeling this like 16-year-old self popping up. And that was just a great time in my life. And I just pulling out some good old like 90s movies. And my daughter and I are going to have a slumber party and rented a hotel room. We're going to jam out. It's going to be awesome. So, you always have a choice. And that was today in my clit. Much love.